Let's see.
Johnny Rants. Stay tuned.
Oh, I got more to come, man. I'm focusing my energy on these piece of shit people in this world who think they got the right damn answers and they live in a little shitty bubble. Okay, shit happens for a reason.
Yes, it does.
Oh, you want me to go over this?
Yes.
Shit happens for a reason because sometimes you need bad things in your life to happen that you feel like is unjust, but there's a reason because if bad things didn't happen in this life, we would not learn lessons.
You also would not appreciate the good.
No, you wouldn't. And I've had, and I'm sure some of you have had, bad things happen to you and actually a good outcome comes out of it. Or it might seem like it's piling over, but it's never to the point where you can't handle it. And I'll say the saying my brother always told me, you know the saying, God only puts on you what you can handle? He must think I'm a badass. He told me that, and I thought it was funny, but it makes sense, you know. And you know, you might think, well, they have it better than me, or, you know, yeah, well, there's a reason why. It's because Most High feels you are more strong. And sometimes it's not the Most High's fault. Sometimes you make bad decisions, and it brings in that negative energy or demons into your life that want to manifest or fester something to get that situation to feed off of, man. So sometimes it's better, you know. It's not always, don't always blame God or think God's not watching out for you. Everything happens for a reason. Everything happens for a reason. And don't you know, look at what actions you made first and see if it could have caused that problem before you start blaming other people. Look at yourself first.
Significantly older than you, and I have done some stupid shit. Yeah,
I'm gonna get something to drink. You keep going.
And you know, it's like, okay, none of us are perfect, and you know, it's like, okay, I've done some stupid shit, and I've been through some hard times, but if I hadn't have been through those hard times, I wouldn't be where I am today, which I'm pretty happy with myself today. And things just keep getting better, and I just keep moving, and I keep moving, and when something bad happens to me, I can reflect on my life and go, you know, I've been through a hell of a lot worse shit than this. Yeah. My
life is not in danger, hence I shouldn't fret.
I've got a roof over my head, food in my stomach, beer in my fridge. You know.
Oh, thanks, dude. You got Miller, I'm happy.
Miller? Last time you said it was skunk piss.
I never said that.
Oh, okay. That must have been similar. Well, most of my friends say skunk piss.
We both had European German beer, and that puts all this shit to shame.
The Italian beers. Oh my god.
I have never had any of that. I had never had any. The only foreign beer I had was German. I think I had
Moretti. Oh, Moretti is like the Italian version of Budweiser. It is the shit.
I've had amaretto before.
I thought that was a liqueur.
Yeah, it is. Oh yeah, we're talking about beer.
Yeah. Okay, next up.
Okay. This is a loaded one. You ready for this?
Okay.
Be cautious of narcissists. They live amongst us. It's not just the political elite. There's branch-offs of unevolved monkeys with no spiritual cell, like Sims, like the video game Sims. That's like they're an open vessel for negative shit to go in. Or that, or they haven't learned their lesson this cycle of life. But yeah,
karma has not fucked them in the ass with the cactus yet.
Why do we gotta say that, man? They just say our karma or consequence hasn't hit them yet. Yeah, but we're gonna go over narcissists and like what to look for because
the gun community is full of them.
Oh my God! Just like I said with the balance, the gun community is filled with them, and that's another thing. Is when they don't have balance, they usually can create narcissists because of how much power and damage and destruction can be behind a weapon. That a lot of a narcissistic person who doesn't have the spiritual awareness and connection with the Most High, or just have a balance of treating others with respect, can be an anchor point for narcissists. Just like there's narcissists that are car dealers or people that work for a corporate office. I mean, they're all walks of life. We're not just saying fire.
Or your boss.
Or your boss or whatever. Just, they're all over the place. So we're going to get over why you should be cautious of narcissists. Do you want to go first?
I don't know. It's, God, I've been accused of being a narcissist myself. I don't think I am, but probably some people think I do. Or, it's kind of hard, but I mean, there are some people in the gun community that are just vile and foul, you know, and have no honor, and in the words of Roland Deschain, have forgotten the face of their fathers from the Dark Tower. You know, it's amazing. It's amazing how someone's agenda
can be very cunning and patient.
Yes.
Because the devil is patient. So when someone is influenced by darkness to do cunning, devious things, they have a lot of patience when they're good.
And they're usually smarter than you think they are.
Yep.
So.
Yeah. So you got to be aware of agendas, but we got to go over what are some things to look for a narcissist. I'll give you the first one.
He carries a Glock.
No. The first thing you got to watch is for a narcissist is when they're, I don't want to say when they're too good to be true, but don't be deceived just because of good situations turning your way from them, whether it's directly from them or their circle they know, or you know what I'm saying? Be cautious of good things happening at first with narcissists or portraying a good image, because the problem with narcissists is that they are able to spiritually or emotionally put on a face because they're void, so they can do whatever they got to make that other person feel comfortable, so that they can bleed off information or advantages in life, anything like that. You know what I'm saying? They're able to put on a mask. So don't give in to, you know, if someone's really nice. Always have that you know, caution.
You know, and you never really get what you want from someone like that, or you never really get what you're seeking. It's always the carrot on the string, you know, like the horse with a stick tied to his head with a carrot on a string. I mean, it's like you never quite get there, and there's always some sort of obstruction, you know, yet you keep going and you keep going and you keep going, thinking that things are going to get better, and things never do. Mm-hmm. You know, and at that point, it's just best to walk away from that type of person.
Yeah, if it becomes parasitic on your emotions, where you just feel bummed out or you don't like being there, but you somehow still keep going there for some reason, it's just like when we've had relationships with you know, I'm going to give out too much personal information, but, you know, I'm sure a lot of men here have stuck with a crazy girl because it was awesome in bed. Let's just...
Psycho chicks are the best!
Okay, we can all admit to that. This is for the guys. We've all been there where they were...
Especially redheads.
You got to stay away from the ones from Carthage, man. They'll get you.
I dated a girl from Carthage.
She was a nuttier, wasn't she?
She was
fucking
nuttier
crazy.
than a fucking shithouse rat.
I think it's something to do with Wolf Creek, man, or whatever the hell it is over there. It makes them all crazy. Yeah, but like we're saying, man, that's a relationship. You know, guns and firearms is platonic, but it's still a relationship. Just like bands have relationships and they fall out. Groups of gun guys are, you know, whatever, their group or their, you know, whatever, they can fall out too, because it is a relationship, especially when you're spending once a week for almost the whole year, spending time with each other and using, again, the balanced, you know, firearm world. It can happen. Okay, what were we talking about? I kind of lost. I kind of forgot.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, I totally forgot.
Well, we forgot that, but you know, like today, Chicken Hawk and I, we went to the range and we shot, had a good time. We broke bread. We partaked in libations. We smoked the peace pipe, so to speak. And we got the sage going on, and we're having good conversations.
Drinking beer, making a video to help other men that might be going through this, or people.
You know, don't be stupid like me. Yeah.
We all have our faults, dude.
Yeah.
See, the thing is, man, is that, you know, wouldn't every guy enjoy this? Going and shooting guns, coming back, having a steak, smoking some cigarettes, drinking beer, and making a video to help others. Now, I couldn't ask for a better situation to do that, especially with all the bad things that's happened with the circle of people we know. And
you know, especially the fact that I haven't seen or talked to you since August.
Yeah, I know.
And it's, you know, when you look back.
And I had hatred for you too, and my life wasn't getting good. My life is getting better when I started doing the right thing.
Yeah.
But it really didn't wake me up until the bad thing happened to the person we know, and that made me feel like this is to the point where it's too bad, and I wanted to reach out to people when this disagreement was petty.
I think that, when you have so much negative energy around you, that you have a tendency to look to the past and go, wow, that was really petty and it wasn't that bad anyway, and why do I not speak to this person anymore? Because, if you really think, and I've thought about it a lot of times when I thought about you, and I was like, well, I know we don't speak anymore, we don't hang, but we used to see each other every fucking week,
Yeah.
and we'd hang out.
We practiced shooting live rounds over our shoulders, man. I mean, we had a level of trust that I haven't gotten in a long time with a lot of people, man. I mean, that's some serious shit. I had to trust you in my life, so there's always going to be that there. You know what I'm saying?
But that was never an issue.
Yeah. I totally forgot the tangent. The reason why about dating crazy women and how.
Okay, go ahead.
Because you might have a group of guys you go practice or shoot with, or guys you play poker with, or you go play pool, or whatever the hell it is, and
drink beer and chase hoes.
You're starting to make it. Whatever. You're starting to make it a pattern where you don't know why you keep going, but you do. You need to end it. If you know the outcome, or you attending that, or your presence there is you feel like something negative is feeding off of you, then cut it off. Give it some time. Give it some space. Give some self-reflection on it. Maybe that's not the path you need to take. Maybe Most High is trying to give you signs that you don't need to be there. So I mean, don't keep going to something and self-loathe and hate yourself and attend stuff when you're not. It's not bringing you happiness, and a lot of people do that. And I'm wrong for it too. We all, there were times there where I was attending it where I wasn't happy, and I kept going because I wanted to get practice and training, but at the same time, it wasn't healthy. So what was more important? Me physically getting training, or me spiritually getting damaged?
It's just like,
And I wasn't obtaining any of the information that I could have because of all the drama, really.
Exactly.
We really wasn't getting our full potential because
we couldn't move forward.
We couldn't move forward because we were just, it was just getting shitty.
It's just like a perpetual fucking gerbil, just running that fucking little wheel and never, 3 steps forward, 5 steps back. And which is just a big fucking load of crap,
And firearms are supposed to be a stress reliever, man.
Yes.
If I gotta go somewhere and it's bringing me stress to shoot the damn gun, it's gonna make me sour because I just wasted all that energy and time to work to get that ammunition to focus because I know it's important because I always want to keep my blade sharp. And when it comes to that, it starts to get to be a real bummer, because that's where we go to relieve stress, man.
The thing is this shit ain't cheap.
No. I stress that in all my videos. This shit ain't cheap at all.
This shit is not cheap, Being a gun guy is not cheap. It's not.
But I'd rather be a gun guy than somebody who's into Dragon Ball Z or Pokemon balls deep on a computer video game.
Or somebody who drops $150 a week at the bar.
Or goes gambling. Or goes bar hopping, or goes to a strip club, or
go to Tunica and drop $1,500.
Something stupid. That's not going to get you anywhere. At least here, it's teaching us how to protect our vessels, man. I mean, shit. So I don't knock anybody for rather doing this.
Now, it's one thing that's like an analogy I want to try to compare it to is like work. Now I love my job. I really do. I love building things. I build cabinets. And I love my job. It's interesting, it's never boring, but some days I really have to force myself to go.
We shouldn't have that when we have a release.
But you should, and that's understandable when it comes to a job. You get up in the morning, it's like, fuck, I don't want to go here. I don't want to go put up with that bullshit, and I don't want to build this cabinet or whatever, but you get up and you go because it's what you've got to do to make money. But if it's something that you're supposed to be doing for fun and recreation, if you have to force yourself to go to training and you don't want to go, yet you go anyway, that's fucking retarded.
Well, it's because men have a problem with holding in their emotions, man, and not discussing it. And I think if there's more communication, because a relationship, we have to think of it as a relationship, as weird as that sounds, because if you don't communicate, just like it's a relationship, and you bottle stuff up, it just causes things to explode and go out of hand, or, you know what I'm saying? It fouls the whole situation. So it's always good to have communication.
You should never have to, like, you know, just like, oh God, I don't want to go to this today. I don't want to go to this today.
And it bums you out because you know you
Yeah.
got to get some training too, you know?
And well, also that you know that other people are counting on you.
Yeah, that's the other
Yeah.
thing is when it all fizzles out and you've put all that time because you wanted to keep somebody safe if things were to go down. You know, that's the part that hurts the most.
Yeah.
When you go there because there's a level of trust with someone throwing rounds over your shoulder or downrange, and I can't say over the shoulder, but that's just a figure of speech.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And you know, because that's a level of trust. And then when it sours, it's like, wow, I trust the guy in my life, and all this little shit happened. Well, what if this or this happened? So it's disconcerting. Hence the importance of having a communication. Yeah. So
I don't know. And the funny thing is, it's like you were in the military. I was in the military. I never felt that in any unit I was in. Never.
Yeah.
Never. I loved every freaking one of them. And it's like.
But you had a goal. You had
Yeah.
to set aside things to complete whatever the goal was, because there was something at the end of the tunnel. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
there's
living.
there's a mission and there's a goal. When you have a group of people where there's no mission or goal, and it's just there to feed each other's egos, and then it'll never go anywhere. There's no balance. At least in the military I have my opinions on the military now, but there's still a goal.